Kevin's log, Ourdate 0303 2026. Been working on the tractor a little bit. Went in town earlier today, got a couple of 5/16 24 tooth 1-inch bolts, and I had to cut them down because I needed 3/4. They didn't sell 3/4, so I had to, cut them down. And then I got went ahead and put the head gasket on. Put the head on. Put the lifters in the head and all that. And then I found out that I was two nuts short. And surprise, surprise, there was a hole in the bottom of this box, which I may have pointed that out before, but so I'm, constantly missing stuff. But I need to get three. Is it two? Two short. I'm too short. So I need to get two 7/16 20 tooth nuts. I don't know if I can just use regular nuts or if I need to get grade 8 or if they're a special type of, whatever. I don't know. But I can get a kit. Unfortunately, I can't get, it doesn't fit. I don't seem to be able to get a kit anywhere close by. It's all overseas. Everything I look up, it's all overseas. So it's a little pricey. But not terrible. It's like $30 for all brand new ones. Which isn't, it's not bad because there's like 20 nuts. There's a ton of them. I just, lost two. I was trying to buy them individually, but I did find a couple on eBay, but they're $15 a piece. So it's the same thing, basically. And then I'm going to have to get a couple of crush washers for the banjo bolt. I already lubed up the rail for the lifters. Threw a little bit of oil in the tube and shot some air through it. Make sure that the oil was actually, in fact, getting through, and it is. Yay. And something I didn't check, and I should probably pull the head back off of it to check. I was trying to put the spark plugs in it just to, fill in the holes, basically. And I can only thread into one of the holes. The other two holes, I cannot seem to get the plugs to start threading in. So I might just have, I'm hoping I just have enough rust built up on them that it's just difficult getting them in there. Because I'm going to go ahead and get a tap. I don't have a tap big enough for the plugs that go in there. So I'm going to get a tap. I'm going to clean the threads, make sure everything's cool. Yay. It's always something. And so I get those nuts and I get a tap. I should be able to get it. I should just be able to buy a tap at O'Reilly's. But I did try putting some lubricant on there, hoping that it would screw right in without any problem. It just won't. I can only get one to thread in. The other two just absolutely refuse to. So we'll figure it out when we figure it out. But I do have the head on there. All the lifters are installed. I actually put the rockers on first and then realized as I was putting it on there, I was like, man, I hope there's not a bolt under the rockers. And of course there's 3, which you can very clearly see before you put the rockers on, but that's okay. I'm just trying to get it together. Because honestly, if I get this screwed down and adjust the valves, put the plugs in, hook up all the electronics, my ass, all the electrical, even without the carburetor or the exhaust on it, I should be able to get it to fire. If I can get it to fire, then everything's going to change. Yeah, I won't have to have, you don't have to have the carbs on it or anything like that just to try it. If I can get it to fire, then I can start throwing some money at it. I'm going to be throwing a bunch at it, but it'll be totally worth it if everything's functional. I'm going to put the carb on it, hook the manifold. I don't want to run it for any length of time at all, but make sure my radiator works, all that stuff. But actually, there's not a lot to it. It's just, I want to hear it fire before I start spending money on it. And there's a lot to do after I get the engine running. A lot. And I'm hoping I don't get the engine fired up and it shoots hydraulic fluid everywhere. That's what I'm most worried about. Because all the lines are disconnected and all that stuff, and I don't know if the PTO for the loader is engaged all the time. We'll find out. I'll find out when I get it. We'll see. We'll see. But it started raining, so I'm done messing with it for today. I have to make another trip in town. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to put grade 8 bolts on it. I'll probably put them on the outside. On the outside of the valve cover. Ooh, I need to clean this up. It's disgusting and nasty. I'll put it on the outside of the valve cover. So I can, if I need to get them, I'll replace them. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Of course, I won't know that I need to replace them until something fails, and then I'll have to tear it all apart again. I need to quit thinking so much. Just get some grade 8. I couldn't find... Yeah, I had to get zinc bolts for the... what was it? The thermostat housing, I guess, is what it is. I think. It might not be, but where that attaches... I was looking for grade 8, but they didn't have any there, so not that size. All they had was coarse thread, which is kind of weird. Usually you can only find at like Westlake's or something, or Ace Hardware or whatever. It seems like you can only find them in fine thread, but just the opposite, of course, this time. Anyway, I am going to quit messing with it for today. Probably won't get to it again for about another week, because me and Kenny are probably going to go work on that tear down on the trailer tomorrow. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright, bumbling full. Oh yeah. This, of course, was dead. Left it in the trailer, forgot to take it out. That was after I told my son that I have to take it out as soon as you guys leave, and then I forgot to take it out. And it's completely dead again. So good thing it's a deep cycle, right? Anyway, I'll get that charged back up. Should put my other charger on it. I might do that before I go in. Anyway, bumbling full, signing off.